Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Oh. Yeah. Is there? Yeah. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you. So, welcome everybody. As usual, we are having our Bhagavad Gita class. We'll speak one verse on the Bhagavad Gita, and we talk a little bit on it. And if you have anything to add or anything, any question, you can always ask. So we'll first start by a small kirtan. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachariyam Jamuna Tira Banacharya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallava Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Banachariyam Jamuna Tira Banachariyam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gora Hari Bol. जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यास्तु तरसत अभाय चरणरविंदा भक्त वेदांता स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यास्तु तरसत श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद ठाकुर की। Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki, Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopagopinath, Shyamakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Navadvip Dham ki, Ganga Mai ki, Jamuna Mai ki, Tulasi Devi ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. All glories to Asamalutis, all glories to Asamalutis, all glories to Asamalutis, all glories to Sri Guru and So we are reading Bhagavad Gita, the very first chapter, and observing the armies in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, I will read the Sanskrit and then the translation. This is text 27. Observing the armies on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Tam samikya sa kunteya sarvan bundi avistitam kripaya paravisto visidam idam avrivit. So I read it again. Tam samikya sa kunteya sarvan bandhun avistitam kripaya paravisto visidam idam abravit. I will read once more. Tam samikya sa kunteya sarvan bandhu avastitan kripaya paraya visto vasidam idam abravit. So I will read the translation. When the son of Kunti, Arjuna, saw all these grades of friends and relatives, he became overwhelmed with compassion and spoke thus. And then there is no purport. We'll go on the text 28. Jisvemam swajanam Krishna yuyutsam samuparthitam siddhanti managatrani Mukham cha parisusyati. I will read again. Dristevam swajanam Krishna yuyutsum samupastitam siddhanti managatrani mukham cha parisusyati. Drisvemam swajanam Krishna yuyutsam samupastitam siddhanti managatrani mukham cha parisusyati. Arjuna said, My dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. I will read the purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Any man who has genuine devotion to the Lord has all the good qualities which are found in godly persons or in the demigods. Whereas a non-devotee, however advanced they may be in material qualification by education and culture, lacks in godly qualities. As such, Arjuna, just after seeing his kinsmen, friends, and relatives on the battlefield, was at once overwhelmed by compassion for them, who had so decided to fight amongst themselves. As far as his soldiers were concerned, he was sympathetic from the beginning, but he felt compassion even for the soldiers of the opposite party, foreseeing their imminent death, and so sinking, the limbs of his body began to quiver, and his mouth became dry. He was more or less astonished to see their fighting spirit. Practically, the whole community, all blood relatives of Arjuna had come to fight with him. This overwhelmed a kind of devotee like Arjuna. Although it is not mentioned here, still one can easily imagine that not only Arjuna's body limbs were quivering and his mouth drying up, but he was also crying out of compassion. Just such symptoms in Arjuna were not due to weakness, but for his soft-heartedness, a characteristic of pure devotee of the Lord. It is said, therefore, Yasyasti bhakti bhagavati akinchana sarvai guna tatra samasate suraha harav abhaktasya kutu mahaguna mano rasyan sati dhabhavato bahi. One who has unflinching devotion for personality of Godhead has all good qualities of the demigods. But one who is not a devotee of the Lord has only material qualifications that are little value. This is because he is hovering on the material plane as is certain to be attracted by glaring material energy. Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 18, Text 12. So as we see this chapter, the very first chapter is a prelude for the text itself. So the real philosophy of the Bhagavad Gita, it starts from the second chapter. But anyhow, this chapter is a foundation which is very important that we know. And then Krishna speaks in the second chapter by explaining the soul itself. So, so Arjuna, he is a almighty warrior. And Krishna is a Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they are both on the chariot. And they are speaking about, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, his friend, devotee, speaking to him about the Bhagavad Gita. So, so Arjuna, the opposing armies on both sides, and Krishna and Arjuna on the middle, and Arjuna sees that his relatives, friends, teachers, everybody on the opposite side, they are ready to fight. So, overcome by grief and pity, Arjuna fails in strength. His mind becomes bewildered, and he gives up the determination to fight. So, normally when Krishna descends in this material world, he comes with his associates. And Arjuna also, his associates are all eternal. But Arjuna, he's there is also illusion, because he normally is not illusion, but he comes so that Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. He's on the material platform. So, seeing his superiors, Bhishma, Drona, his grandfather Somadat, his uncle Shakani, his brothers Duryodhan, well-wishers, all of them they are ready to fight with him. And being on the material platform, he fails, his strength fails. And he's taught, as I said in this verse 27, Arjuna saw all these different grades of friends and relatives. He became overwhelmed with compassion. Normally, Arjuna is a very strong warrior. He's a well-trained warrior. And there's no question of becoming weak or failing in strength. Because before, the warriors, they used to be trained. They were used to be trained by killing or hunting animals. They were very well trained. And normally they will not become weak. So why they were hunting these animals? So that they can become bold and courage and not hesitate to kill the other opposing parties. Normally they are soldiers, they are well trained, and they will become bold while trying to hunt animals and killing the animals. And those days. But just like a surgeon will operate and cut a body because they are practiced, they are trained, well trained by cutting dead bodies, and they know where to cut and where to open the body, and well trained. So similarly, these warriors, and Arjuna was one of these well trained warrior. So as you see, he started to feel weak, and he fails his determination to fight. Later on, we see that he agrees with what Krishna has said in the Bhagavad Gita, and he surrenders unto him. So in this verse is about compassion. So because of his bodily conception, he is becoming weak. That's material. Material, all of us, because he is there, illusion, like everybody, all the conditioned soul. He is also conditioned there. Just like we have in the material world, we have children and wife and everybody in the house. We have to look after them. It's not that we have to become spiritual, practice spiritual life and give up the children and give up your wife. It's not like that. So we have to practice spiritual life so that we become strong. But this is a big responsibility. Because of his love and affection for the relatives, Arjuna becomes weak. so many his fathers, his teachers, guru, and all the superiors who have trained him. They have trained himself. They have looked after him, and now he has to fight with them. So, as in the material conception, we have also responsibility. We have children, father, brothers, and in order to give up this, become on a platform, a spiritual platform, we have to practice spiritual life. We have to give up this material conception that we are the bodies. This is like we have children, the children we have to look after. So we have to change our consciousness from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. All the things that we do is not to do with is material, whereas all the things that we have to do with Krishna is spiritual. So in order to advance in spiritual life, we have to dovetail all our activities in the service of Krishna. So, as we see here, is Krishna is saying here in this chapter that Arjuna became weak because of his relatives. It's not that because he is a warrior and he fails in strength, but because of his relatives, his friends, his father, brothers, he has love and affection. And that says in the very first line, in the chapter 28, Dristevam swadatam Krishna yuyutsum samupastitam Drisham swajanan Krishna. Kingsmen, those relatives, Swajanam. These kingsmen, all his relatives were present there in the battlefield. And by seeing them, he's said in the other verse, he's there, Arjuna, my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. As even Arjuna, the mighty warrior, he cannot support himself. He became weak. And he's saying, by seeing his relatives present before him in such a fighting spirit, I feel the limbs of my body quivering and my mouth drying up. You cannot imagine how even a strong man, a strong warrior like Arjuna, he fails in strength. Shri Radha Gokulananda ki jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai, Gauranitai ki jai. So, what it is that we have to dovetail our activities in the service of Krishna and try to become spiritual. Because all these things are happening, suffering, everybody is suffering just due to our material consciousness. So we have to transform our material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. So that doesn't mean that if we have children, father, mother, and that we have to ignore them and become spiritual. It's not like that. We have to make them also become devotees of Krishna. And try to perform spiritual activities. So sometimes a spiritual person, you can see he is please sit down. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, he came to teach us how we can become a devotee of Krishna. And he says that Nayanam galat asudhaya vadanam gadgada rudaya gira pulakaya nichitam tavukane sava bhavasyati. He says that I know no one but Krishna is my Lord. And however the way he takes me, even he hurts me or even he blesses me, I am his servant unconditionally. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and we have to accept that he is giving us everything in this world, in this universe. Everything is given by Krishna. A leaf does not move without Krishna. How to speak about us? The leaf has to get rain, air, to support, to live. If it doesn't get all these things, it dries. So how about us? We get all this air, we get all the food, how the food grows, all the support given by Krishna. That's how we are maintaining ourselves. So this material consciousness can be transformed into Krishna consciousness. Then we become Krishna conscious. And that can be done by doing activities, practicing Krishna, chanting his name. As I said, this was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Mahamantra about Krishna, how to become a devotee. And just 500 years ago. Sometimes people can see these devotees, what they get. They are dancing, they are wasting their time. Why do they go to work? And they are mad. But this, you have not taken seriously these people, because you have to focus your mind into Krishna. We know that Krishna is protecting us, all of us. All the human beings, Krishna is giving shelter. So, we ignore these people. They might say anything. Sometimes they will see a devotee who is surrendered to Krishna. He knows only Krishna. As I said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in this verse. Whatever way Krishna takes, even he hurts, even he protects, he unconditionally, he is my Lord. So we abide by this, and we don't care about other people. Sometimes you can see a devotee, normally he can see tears on his eyes. We see he starts laughing all of a sudden. He is sometimes happy, sometimes dancing. So these are the symptoms of love of Krishna. This is love of Krishna. So we cannot do that on material consciousness. People will think, as I said, people will think he's mad. Why he is doing like that? But this is a love of God. You can see as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or his associates, how they dance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced for 24 hours. But what people will say, but the devotees ignore these people because they know they are on material consciousness. The example of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj only knows Krishna because he was pure devotee, and Krishna was protecting him from everything, all the dangers. Sometimes Prahlad Maharaj could fear. Canto 9 is said, Prahlad Maharaj would fear that Krishna is putting his hand on his head. He is seeing Krishna everywhere. That's why he says to his father, the demon, Hiranyakashipu. Have you heard about Hiranyakashipu? Hiranyakashipu you have heard about? There is a picture. You can see that afterwards. So he says to his, Hiranyakashipu says to Prahlad, why are you wasting your time? There is no God. Where is your God? Where is your God? Prahlad says, I can see my God everywhere. Where is he? Is he here? Is he there? Is he in the wall? Prahlad says, yes, he's in the wall. Show me. Then Nrsingadev, he came out from the wall. Just to show that here I am. So Krishna is everywhere. And because of his devotee, he came out of the wall. So these are symptoms. We have to ignore these people who are saying like that, because they are material consciousness. They will not know. They will not know. Our devotee who has practiced Krishna consciousness for many, many years, and among other devotees together, then they will know the symptoms. Why he is doing like that? Because he loves Krishna, and Krishna loves him, like that. So, if you try to love Krishna and try to make your families also, try to make them chant and engage them in spiritual activities, then automatically, if you love Krishna, everybody will love you. Everybody will love you. In the house, if you try to ignore and you say, no, there is no God, and then everybody will follow you. So then what is the use? What is the use? And it's no point. In the house, nobody feels anything about God. They will say nobody is God, and they do anything they want. In this age of Kali, everybody wants just to enjoy. And after enjoyment, it's suffering. Is there suffering afterwards? So Krishna, he gives shelter to his devotees. And when you love Krishna, then everybody will like you. Everybody will like you then. There is no question of ignorance. So, Arjuna is becoming compassionate about his relatives, and this text mostly, is about the compassion of Arjuna. The next verse is about the enjoyment. What will be what will happen if all these relatives are killed? How Arjuna is thinking, I'm going to enjoy. It's no question of enjoyment. Normally, when somebody has opulence, riches, money, then he likes to have friends, relatives together, and then they enjoy. But Arjuna, that's his second cause of being bewildered. He's saying that there is no point enjoying. All these kingsmen will be killed. My relatives, my friends, so I won't be able to enjoy the kingdom. Yeah, Hare Krishna. You can come and sit down if you. So, this is a second reason for Arjuna being failed on his strength. And then we have going downwards on the other chapters, 30, other texts, 30, 39, 30 onwards, that how he will be sinful. He get reaction for this sins that is occurring to them. That's causing sin by killing his elders, superiors, and he will have a reaction for this killing. And that's why he fails on his strength. And after that, there will be the destruction of families. Irreligion and progeny will overcome. Rituals will end. And he might have to go to hell. Arjuna, because of these reasons. All this will be given afterwards. But we'll talk mostly about these 27 and 28. So by transforming our consciousness from material to spiritual consciousness, then we can advance in spiritual life. And as
Is it love for families and friends, love for Krishna itself?
No. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And to love Krishna, you have to practice little. It's not easily that we say, okay, he's my friend, I love him. No. He's my wife, I love her. But to become from material to spiritual, you love everybody in material consciousness. But we have to transform this material into spiritual, putting Krishna in the middle. Yeah. Then everybody, when they see that you are becoming Krishna conscious, everybody will become Krishna conscious. And that's his real love. Okay? That's it. But the other love that is there is material and is temporary. It's very temporary. So, as it says in this text, Yasyasti bhaktir bhavati akinchana sarvai guna tatra samasate suraha harav abhaktasya kuto mahad guna manara sati devato bahi. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You see, when you perform activities of Krishna, unalloyed devotion, then all the symptoms, qualities such as religion, knowledge, and renunciation become manifest in the body. As I was saying that people say why he is dancing, why he is crying, why he is laughing all of a sudden. Is he mad? No, because he has developed love for Krishna. Then we can see. And that devotees, when there is association, devotees will know, but other people will not know what is happening to him. Other people will not know what is happening. But we have to ignore those people. Like if you have a neighbor in next to your house, he will say, why is this person chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna? Sometimes we get calls from the reception that some people ring, oh, this next door neighbor is making so much noise because he is doing tabla, dum, 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 and he's singing loudly, he's jumping on the top. So why is that? Can you stop him? He said, no. We cannot do that because he doesn't understand that he's got some love for Krishna and he's doing that. We say, can you stop him doing this noise? But it is not noise. This is the way we worship Krishna. By doing kirtan, we have mardanga here, we have kartal. So if somebody is by ecstasy, he wants to dance. Okay, so we can tell them, the people, the next door neighbor, all right, he is doing that in ecstasy, but you will not understand. We will try to explain to him. He might become a little less noisy, but he will gradually, the other person will understand. We cannot stop this because he is becoming Krishna conscious. And that we have to encourage him to become Krishna conscious. This little noise is there for short time, but that person gradually, he will start liking this Hare Krishna mantra. Because Hare Krishna mantra has effect. And if he gives some prasad to the neighbor, he will become more happy. You see, and but finally he also become making noise. You see, but the thing is, we have to develop this love, And then symptoms, like he says, all the qualities of the demigods become manifest. But on the other hand, which he says in the answer, on the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service and engaged in material activities has no good qualities. As this person in the material consciousness, he is complaining. So, because he has no good qualities, he is engaged in material activities. Maybe he is doing some kind of yoga or other thing, worshipping other god, but that is no use. Even adept or practice of mystic yoga, and is trying to support his family, engage in bodily external energy of the Lord. He is in the external energy of Krishna himself, but he is doing material activity. So there is not good quality on him. There is no good qualities. Sorry?
What's wrong in being materialist?
No, it's nothing wrong, but that's how we are here normally. Everybody is material consciousness. So what I'm trying to say is we have to become spiritual.
If you don't harm anyone,
Yeah.
and if you just enjoy yourselves,
Yes.
without harming anyone,
But that's enjoyment without Krishna is not possible. You will see that possible is what happens.
for example,
Yeah.
some people they love to travel.
Yeah.
Travel, if you travel, it's still like material. It's not spiritual. I mean, can be.
No, you are allowed to do anything. Because you are in the material world, you can do anything.
Yeah.
But the love for Krishna doesn't exist in there. Okay? It's a very, very temporary. It will finish by a suffering way. It finishes by a suffering way. You see, somebody has collected a lot of money, and then he eats a lot. He likes eating, enjoying, drinking wine, drinking this, and then after 60 years old, he goes to the doctor and says, "Doctor, you have to stop everything because you're getting high blood pressure." And the person has to stop, otherwise tomorrow he will die.
But didn't he really
So-
enjoy himself throughout these years already?
No, he has.
Like, enjoyed for 40 years, even if he dies in 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, but what is the point? He is coming back again, and he's suffering again, same thing. After let's say 60, 40 years, you say, and he passes away, he dies, and in a suffering way. Right? Devotees do not die in a suffering way; they die peacefully. Yeah, but he might die very suffering way, because he has become a demon. Demon, yeah. He's become demon because nobody goes back to Godhead by drinking wine and eating meat. Okay, so he's going away like there's an example like a kitten and a cat. The kitten and a cat. So cat, you see when he sees a rat and catches a rat, and he presses with his mouth, and the rat suffers. The rat suffers. So same way. And while the kitten is, the cat holds on the mask, and the kitten is happy because the cat is holding very nicely. Okay?
If you don't do anything karmic, then you should be good, I guess.
No, material means karmi. Everybody is doing karma. Yeah, that's a result of suffering. Everybody is going work there, going here, doing that thing, that occupation, that activity, without Krishna consciousness, and that is karma. You get reaction for that. Every action has a reaction. Okay? So,
As long as you follow the 4 rules,
yeah,
it's fine.
that's fine. But that means Krishna conscious.
Okay.
Yeah? When you follow Krishna consciousness rules like giving up meat eating, giving up liquor, giving up intoxication, giving up illicit sex, gambling, everything, then you are becoming Krishna conscious.
Then things you still have, you can do, no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, in Krishna conscious. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You dovetail all your activities in Krishna conscious way by putting Krishna in the middle.
So that's just following these 4 rules, that's it.
Yeah, follow this rule and chant Krishna's name. Chanting. Yeah. If you involve Krishna chanting his name, that means Krishna is in the middle. Okay? That's the way we are doing also. The devotees of Krishna are like, we chant 16 rounds daily. We follow the regulative principle, and that is given by the spiritual master. If you have to become a devotee of Krishna, follow the 4 regulative principle, and we chant 16 rounds daily. Okay, so that's the way we are becoming devotee. And then you practice daily. He says daily you have to chant the names of Krishna. Then you are becoming a devotee of Krishna. It's not all of a sudden you become devotee. You have to practice. And it might take one lifetime, it might take another lifetime, you don't know. It depends on Krishna. How serious you are. Okay? So when you become serious, then Krishna will bless you. Okay? Then you have become a pure devotee. And as I said here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't care. Whatever way Krishna handles him, even he hurts him or make him his life easy, peaceful, is unconditionally he becomes Krishna devotee. He becomes Krishna's devotee. I don't care whether Krishna handles me harmfully or blesses me.
The powerful impacts of Maha Mantra.
Yeah, that's another topic. There's a lot of things that we get by chanting this Maha Mantra. But as I said, we have to talk mostly on this one, this chapter, and let me tell you a little more things about this, and then we can. There's a lot of benefits you can get by chanting this Maha Mantra. Let me give you how you can make your family become Krishna conscious. It's very easy. You have to take a picture of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the associates is there. You can see. Put it in your house and you offer the food to Krishna, a picture of Chaitanya, and you just chant the Krishna Maha Mantra. Just chant the Hare Krishna Mantra daily, and then Krishna within the heart, he will direct you what to do. You come to the temple, take prasad, associate with the devotees, read book, Bhagavad Gita is there, read book, and you from time to time invite the neighbors, invite your friends, offer the food to Krishna, and then perform a kirtan. That's the way you transforming from material consciousness to spiritual consciousness. That is what is needed here. He's saying that because of the material position of Arjuna is eternal, but he has become material. Why? Because Bhagavad Gita can be spoken. You see? So that Krishna can speak Bhagavad Gita. And when he's speaking to Arjuna, he's speaking to everybody. The Bhagavad Gita. All right? So that is the way we have to become Krishna conscious. I'm not telling you to reject your wife, reject your son, reject your children. And no, when you start loving Krishna and becoming Krishna conscious, then automatically they will love you. Because Krishna is the main, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. And if you are becoming Krishna conscious, they all will be happy. And that is the way Krishna takes the family and makes a happy family together. Otherwise there is breaking and divorce, and one goes in his corner, one goes in his corner, and one start watching television, and one start drinking. So that's the way is broken, the relationship. But to have a good family, you have to become Krishna conscious. You become Krishna conscious, everybody will like you. I will add there, as we are saying that this beginning this Bhagavad Gita of the very first chapter, it says that here, Sarva Panisado Gavo, Dogha Gopala Nandana, Partho Varsala Sudhir Bhakta, Dam Gita Amritam Mahat. It is stated that the Gita Upanishad, which is the essence of all the Upanishads, is just like a cow. And Lord Krishna is milking the cow. He's a cowherd boy, and he is milking the cow. Arjuna, just like a calf, together with the other devotees, they are all drinking the nectarian milk. So all this that we will see in from the Bhagavad Gita is just like Krishna is milking a cow. And the others, they are drinking the milk like a calf in the nectarian milk. They are all drinking that. If you read Bhagavad Gita, and then you will see how you are approaching, you're making progress in your spiritual life. Without reading is no good. Chant, read, take prasad. I will tell you some benefits that you can get. One can become free from all sins, miseries, and anxiety of life by reading Bhagavad Gita. He can become free from all anxieties. One reaction of the past misdeed will be erased. One will not get any reaction from his past misdeeds. As Krishna is saying, 1866, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Bhaja Aham Tam Sarva Papebhyam Moksha Isnyami Masucha. I will protect you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. Okay, do not fear. That's in the at the end of the Bhagavad Gita, 1866. So, this is a very, very advanced. I mean, it's very. You don't need to have any other literature. If you read Bhagavad Gita, that's enough. That's enough. You don't have to know all the Vedas, all the books. No. If you recite daily one verse of the Bhagavad Gita, then you will not get any other reaction. You will be advancing in your spiritual life, and Krishna will help you, and you will have a very peaceful, happy life. So all we have to do is just chant. You can repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have only about 2 minutes. If you have to ask me something, you can tell me. As I was saying, this Mahamantra has a lot of benefits when you chant. If you come to the reception sometime, I can give you a list. But we have only 2 minutes. If you can ask me something, or anybody can ask me something. And then we have Gora Arti here. And then 7:30 we get some prasad. So we have to end here. If anybody want to say something.